To tell you, I have a guest in here in the studio with me. He is 7 years old. His name is Charlie. He is one of your biggest fans, and so we're going to let him ask you one question, if that's okay.
Cool.
All
I
right.
think it's awesome.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Charlie.
How will you celebrate when you win the championship?
I think the first thing is I've got a great co-owner with Gene Haas who has never won a championship yet. So I think if we get fortunate enough to win the championship at Homestead, the first thing I'm going to do is shake his hand and give him a big hug because I know how much time and money he's spent in this series to accomplish that goal. So I think the first person I'm going to look for is Gene, and then obviously Darian Grubb, my crew chief, and all of our guys want to spend that time with those guys too. But I can promise you that we will definitely have a long evening if we get lucky enough to win this thing. We'll have a lot of fun that night.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for answering his question. Let me ask you about Talladega. That was a good run. I enjoyed watching you. It was really fun to watch the 14 draft with the 20. That was a lot of fun. But what happened on that last restart with Paul Menard?
It just never got going. It was, the hard thing is those restarts are very, very tricky on getting hooked up with your partner and getting going. And, Paul and I just couldn't get the timing right of getting hooked up and going. And, it got us behind, but we were able to get a lot of those spots back in just that last lap alone and get ourselves back up to seventh. But definitely wasn't the restart we were looking for by any means.
It was a good finish, and in the point, very happy to see that you are moving up. You're number 4, so you got a shot. How do you feel about Martinsville this week? I know you've gotten a couple of victories in Martinsville.
Yeah, we've ran well. We've led a lot of laps at Martinsville, but the last 2 or 3 races there in particular, we've really struggled and had a hard time finding a setup that's been good for practice and the race. So we're going to go back with something a little bit different this time around that's a little different than what we normally have been running, and hope that it's a little bit better. So I'm excited to get to the track on Friday and see what we got.
We're looking forward to seeing you run in Martinsville, too. I've got on your website, and I see where you do like a video question and answer thing, and a lady named Ann asked you how you wind down after a race, and I loved your comment. You said you're kind of grungy, so you take a shower, and then you like to drink milk and play with your dog. Is that for real?
Yeah, I don't know why I've kind of, I don't drink anything but Coke and skim milk, so I don't know why, but after a race I crave skim milk for some reason, and I've got a German Shepherd that's 14 months old, and trust me, after the race he's got a lot of energy, so he wants to spend a lot of time playing, so it takes a lot of time to wind him down at the end of the race day.
Do you travel with him? Does he come to your races?
Yeah, he hangs out in the motorhome all weekend and then flies back on the plane with us. So by the time we get home, he's pretty much had plenty of rest. And I know my day's over and I'm tired, but he's pretty much laid around all day, and he gets all amped up when we get back home.
All right, what's his name? Everybody's going to want to know now.
Hank.
Hank, that's a good name. Routine before the race? Do you have a routine? Anything that you like to try to do before you get in that car?
No, not really. I mean, the biggest thing is our race mornings are pretty busy. We have hospitality appearances and meet and greets before the drivers' meeting, and normally after the drivers' meeting's over, we have an hour and a half to get ready for driver introductions, and I'll go back and get my breakfast or lunch, and pretty much just kind of that's my time to be by myself and kind of the calm before the storm, so to speak. So just try to eat a little bit and relax a little bit before the race starts.
Yeah, it's just very enduring having to do those races. I know that's got to be hard work, especially in the really hot months and all of that. It's got to take a toll on you.
Yeah, your body gets conditioned to it. It's like anything else. If you grow up in Alaska, you're used to the cold. If you've grown up in the desert or in Phoenix, you're used to hot, dry weather. So the more you do it, the more your body gets used to it. But it does make for a very long day. It's we don't have timeouts. We don't have substitutions. Half of the inning we don't get to sit on the bench and relax. I mean, we're there from start to finish, and we don't stop.
Yeah, and it's a very long season for you guys too.
Yeah, it definitely is a very long season, and we really, even when they drop the checkered flag at Homestead at the end of the year, we really don't have a lot of time off in the quote unquote off season. I mean, we're doing things to prepare for Daytona in February and a lot of promotional days of commercial shoots and photo shoots to try to get ready for the next season. So it's a very it's pretty much a 12-month out of the year job nowadays.
It's nonstop. And then when you get somebody coming along with you, like Danica Patrick, what are you doing to help her prepare for this transition?
Well, the good thing is she's going to run all the nationwide races next year, and that's going to be a big help to us of her going to a lot of these tracks and getting an opportunity just to make laps in the nationwide series. But we're going to have her in 10 races in our car next year, and obviously we're just trying to get everything prepared, get her cars ready to go, get her crew lined up, and get everything as prepared as possible to make sure that we give her good race cars for next year.
Okay, we're excited to see her too. I want you to plug your Tony Stewart Foundation. I think that is a wonderful thing that you have set up to date. Over $4 million donated to charities for chronically ill children, like the Victory Junction Gang Camp. Also, you've donated to charities that help injured motorsports drivers, and also charities for animals. So people who are listening saying, hey, I would like to get on board, I'd like to help, how can they do that?
TonyStewartFoundation.org, and my mother's one of the heads of our foundation there, and we very much have kept it a family affair. So she does a great job with it, and like you mentioned, we're very passionate about all children's charities and animal charities, and there's a lot of injured drivers that we see in the short track ranks that need help, and we like to do everything we can to help those guys too. So those three groups are really what we focus on.
Okay, well, we appreciate you, Tony Stewart. We love watching you race. You make things exciting out there, and we're certainly looking forward to seeing you this Sunday at the Martinsville Speedway. You can dominate the paperclip. I know you can do it.
I hope so. We're looking forward to it.